sa African Cup of Nations ni ye tries ye be qualify no ya kwakwakuremu in all of that the very first time more than a decade your Black Stars no and you so much over the Baba Sports Stadium young team qualify and African Cup of Nations next year oh Morocco now Rich, look at this on your table in the 5 matches I have so far in the African Cup of Nations no you winning baku kra you lose 1-0 against Angola ewa Baba Sports Stadium and your ball draw against Niger away at Berkane and your ball back and Sudan double 0-0 ewa Accra Sports Stadium and you could lose 2-0 ewa Libya to against Sudan and then Nanajo you call your son baby see a ball 1-1 draw 1-1 draw and you do Rasa gaming then Obi Tietia Obi says na osi yen tuma napa na eba ne sen eye de ne be du ase Rich say wo hwe sa table we so as oman nipa omudi ye ball nanim both from the government side and from the Football Federation side from normalization niam bi omo so manye and from the government ade bia ye kase omo jai football for no emo ye ne o man kasa pe and then no any problems ebre no that's where we are now but Rich Mr. Edkett E.S. Okreko is the GFA president. No? And then watch. We appointed Ghana coaches. Mako. That's if I'm not even wrong. But less than 5. And in all of those 5 coaches, consistently, your coaches need failing. DBR. Ubetini, Abo Timo, Abo Milovan Raivak, Abo Otto Addo, Abo Chris Hutton. Consistently. The coaches never be jumana. They keep on feeling. And you say, and then yes, one year this will more bona. And then just coaching kwa. Nipa almost be on coaches am I say coach when a mama jumano. Coach when a mama share Black Stars so those people also need to ask themselves a lot of questions and they need to answer those questions. Because sebi coach ain't to me and more matches. 5 of them. Not 5 million. Winning a single match alone, and you're possible. Just bottom cry and your crown, and then just a single win in 5 games, and your crown, and you have Sports Stadium every 88 minutes, near last minute goal, and your crown. We don't go 5 games, conceding 5, and then scoring just 2 goals. And your lackluster performance, that's our performance, no, and your sackable. Rich, say, who share your table, no, sir? Before you go to match, the table is saying it here. Angola was 12, now Sudan was 7, Niger was 4, Ghana was 2. You ball match in the year. She Ghana, your points here. Just 3 points as it stands now. You're the bottom in a group of Angola, Sudan, Niger, and then Ghana. And it is the worst the country have gotten to. Because when they compare with 2004 and now in 2004, na qualification tighter than this, less number of teams than they qualify. In this time, you have more teams getting the chance to qualify and go and play at the AFCON. And a shambolic performance.
And about our weak countries,
look at the goal difference. Angola will goal difference of +5. Sudan will goal difference of -2. Niger will goal difference of 0. Ghana goal difference -3. -3 goal difference in 5 games. Why now? Because our story with channel. Who do you describe these things to? And you see, no matter how you analyze the situation, no matter how small maker, you just cannot go look beyond the decision makers of the Black Stars. And because mistakes, many problems, and then starting here. Now, even in the 2021, now under 30 years of Kreko administration, all of those times, you could see sending a primitive, your results were bad. You can always attribute it to administrative errors, administrative mistakes, the lack of planning, any sign from the administrative point of view. Because an SLC coach, now we coach to Corona, we say, When I follow, what's up for me or also for the next coach is so nyadi, then you have a problem. And you see, for some of us, DBI, you see the money, we want to be reasonable. And you see, you just wake up and go and say those things. But it gets to a point that you understand that. So we see even a long-term project. In a long-term project, we have certain signs in the say you do long-term one, you will be successful. In long-term project, you don't just wake up and say long-term. 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 It doesn't happen anywhere in the world. No serious organization does that. And I'm a fool, that's a 2 years contract. In the next 6 months, send me an appraiser. The appraiser should tell me, say, per performance of 6 months, although enough, giving the bigger picture in 2 years, but something to show me, say, you can get the job done by the end of the 2-year tenure. But this is the terminal result of Coach Otto Addo. Since he returned as Black Stars manager, the terminal reports, none of them. And what's in the and you move back, and they are more shambolic if you even analyze specific decision making of the Coach Otto Addo and also the administration of the Football Federation. But the thing is that DBR, we go run in circles, you turn around, yes, I'm a because at the end of the day, you're honest people, and you can't crank. And I say, see a team of crack company, you just say, oh, a kasa keke de kasa, and that's the problem. Which look at the results. When was the last time? It is
very bad.
So okay, me say today, every member of the GF executive committee should be disappointed in the results that is here. And then apology again in India. And then Yasaki coaches are check. But there we have gotten to the point where we probably losing the Jumano. More than that person, and they say no, not just the coach as him, not just one person. Because okay, baby, I'm doing it. This person, you coach here for you are starting because changing the coaching now defeats the purpose. Your World Cup qualifiers, Bonyami next year. We will come back. See, I need we will come back and then go around in circles. You better the same story being. And for me, no serious football nation, and then the government of the day, led by the sports minister, and just football people, and your trasa, unless they benefit for something in there, unless you because truly, say sports idea ultimately transform your mind. My cousin was several times. The day the 2 leading political parties told me, some must scrap betting tax. When they know that there is no sports fund, when they know the betting taxes from year, not any elections in Kwanomo, and they say the right things and explain to Timemufua, it is going to be an amount of money that will develop our football, both on the local scene and also the national teams. That was the day I knew that the 2 political parties in They don't have a plan for football in this nation. We don't have a plan for sports in this station because for everybody, the short-term purpose for the next 2 weeks, the next 3 weeks. So that's the thing. Because when you say, oh, Timmy Mama, accounting change, when you say, Sikanimejia, maybe we say, let's make money and Jinabitino. Then I can say, when you pass okay, make them, then you put Faba, make them.
You can't bet in taxi.
Then at the end of the day, we keep on failing because your sports minister ain't exerting the needed control. Okay? Forget about what FIFA says about sanctioning and everything. Nobody's telling you to beat anybody. Obianka just go permit you before you in office. But there are times where you have and then we are losing our pedigree as a nation on the football front. See, when we talk about tourism, idea about has been tourism. And from sports tourism, and a huge part of the conversation. So and we lose that part because we've thrown away sports tourism, because we've thought, say, calling and winning games as Black Stars, but just about seeing free players, no remember winning matches, no be uncool feel. Yes, sir. And a long-term planning, long-term administrative work, long-term job in making sure that we get results at the end of the day. And baby, we are not getting results. And me, any GFA president free because they are in charge of the administration of the game. What do you need the government of the day, the sports ministry film, because they are in charge of supervision of sports in the country. And when you come back, Obi San will say after the I didn't know more players in the rich. When you look at the players on the field of play, who did you pass so many say you're confused as my
players no.
We know.
Yeah. So I'm to the course.
Yeah, the captain's armband, MOB.
Yeah.
Once there was the long-standing player of the team, L1 Yafamano, and you come before from. You about the Rebecca story chair and say, people in Jimano, or you're immature. What are you seeing? It's a mix of real confusion. So we understand sebi winning your way. And what at the end of the before, what Jimana, Jikumoni and the Adino kitchen. So now everybody's telling you, say, oh, the truth of the matter is that whatever the issue may be, there was always no need to see these two games as important for the players of man. In Kamachi, yeah, Bono, in Kenya, 1 point to qualify. Are you telling me Antoine Semenyo wouldn't have come? Are you telling me, say, all of these players, Joseph Petroni the other day, wouldn't have come? They didn't come because you're showing incompetent, you're confused as a nation, and the game that we are running, it keeps on plummeting. And there is nothing that we are doing to salvage the situation. It's those players will choose their clubs over Ghana. Once that is wrong, no, they will do it.
Maybe I could be cancer. Me say Ghana ni on short tax it. No. But Ghana a problem. They say, all the tax now the other day.
Yeah.
A betting tax I will come once about to pay. Say this is Ghana ni local league. Yebol league with that sponsor. She clubs he bro mo bre. And some of my already found ya at the young clubs. Sanra, so be young Razab Simpson. Don't go up to the boy. It's a coffee so if you say, Sa betting taxes ya J. And our ban is okay, but this can be right local league. Cabs will be a banana cacra, or the very place near there. It's a black as a doom revenue about a former bar. Yen local bay players or Mungo Bobby. Yet your mommy, as I confused, you don't even know how you do it.
Urgency.
So who's how you do that?
For me. Yeah, local players nana ye war in the 1960s, no. Now DBI say we fall on them to go and play the game of football in Sunday man. Yeah, league na ye bono. 10 year work the standard has fallen.
Yeah, I go from
inti meme die. And found when baby and you free. So far so ye Ghana need ye. And say no me and we pick the right players. So you local now, so Shena so yard, that's when you bring the person, let him play.
Now, if you said
because of your attitude,
before no, if you said the Antina, so to other Tawa now catching so Otto, for local players, Momra, if you said Diana Otto, I remember I said, okay, make him Hokaka. Because Otto now Casano Tono as a coach, you know, and him prefer say, you league in the conform. And at the end of the confidence on fair play and free league, I go for more.
So that
and Penifona Casa no. Only see a league in
India. No, to more consistently. They have issues. Yes, you are for local player and no solve your problem. You bet not for local players.
No, me crowd.
Say I know your plan. You are not shitty with your rich baby. Eh? Make a story be actually when me. Time of Sudan for Lucy by 4-0. No. Sudan for assistant coach Ignacio Sefosu. And you'll be doing como. And then you panic beside and say, eh, I didn't want to you. And it's where the area child ever found one share Angola for near found coal. And I say, oh, no, a bad day at the office. First half, now you say, Sebi, you're born and you're born. You ain't me send the jail for no. And you traps in your coin. But make us in your channel. Video bina. Now, FA president, Ekache Black Stars say, Sudan 14, no, even the women and sacred team more, no team Dreams FC. Now, almost yard, no. Boys, no Sudan team, no. Ya watch your baby, ya. It on the final day against Angola, Niger 14. Ya watch your baby, ya. It almost team, says, we will be disrespected by Ghana for. Almost say you don't respect them. It is a Congo match, and we again, you been here 1 point. And just when they flew to Libya, Uncle match, no, they didn't even have to wait till the last match against Angola. DBI say a lot of the people in power and in charge of the running of the football, say no, they are the pushers that BBNC BBNC, oh, and your commands are said there, and your players now, sir, and then the could never attack the strike. No, we are at crossroads. Where we are as a nation, we have serious problems of administration, problems of planning, and problems of confusion. It's consistently anybody all works in the short extrasia. He can see that a lot of the things we do over there reeks of confusion, and that's where we are now. In a serious jurisdiction, we would have woken up this morning to a proper statement of the way forward. And so be 88 theater form, theater form, no losing the Juma. But go through the GFA, Exco, and then look at all of them. With all due respect, nobody.
Now, all expecting.
You see?
Some go be resign.
You see?
And I am Pamobi. And see.
Rich. They be a defining insanity with here pa a term yet I define. It ye defining insanity say so we are there back consistently. Not all expecting different results, but still we have different results no. Now that's yeah. Sebi. No I no won't touch you kakra.
I no cry a bronze so.
Touch you. Because that's where we are as a nation. Which there are a lot of stories in there. I can tell you on authority say the Antoine Semenyo, they didn't want to come. You see, accumulating, managing of the load at Antoine Semenyo. No, this season, the story is that Antoine Semenyo is one of the best players and Andoni Areola, our Bournemouth. And on him, say this is a huge breakthrough season for him. A lot of the top 6 clubs around this year league are looking at him. And when he say, oh, boy, here, now the Black Stars, they are mismanaging Yoma. Now I'm planning the administrative plan the idea is wrong, and then we expect that he comes not on balance over the in the game, quote and unquote, unimportant in the grand scheme of things. Nanka or no Nanka, I always say the agent will allow him to come. They won't. There is no way Joseph Pintel ever to flight to Swabba back to the country to come and play these 2 matches when we have shown him consistently. Actually, consistently. Say, and then fit. Why would it risk his career and he come and play in such a game? Why? He will not do that. Now, who will say, and call yes, sir. So until we keep on and we start doing things right, manage things well, we are very careful and decorative. See, we appoint to Otto Addo as a manager. Now, the conversation from journalists, everybody say, oh, a long term I didn't hear, and some of us can say, oh, so you Otto Addo, or your young manager, you experience now young players, it will be fit for that long term that we want to go. Make I say consistent. I said, say the PR around the conversation, the publicity around the conversation, the media work should be centered around long term. Now orienting the Ghanaian people see a call long term. And we have to beat this one arrogant that by force I see a show be. And now it shows clearly that the Angolans even wanted the game winning more than us. More than us. And Sebi meaning I don't know where Otto Addo slept before that game no born and run. But on the touchline, he looked bemused. When he was starting line up, we were very worried. Especially for the inclusion of Elisha Owusu. In a game where you want to control and manage and then get a win. Our 2 very, very good midfielders in Francis Abumo. The game plan in itself, it was a good one. Rex reward. Yeah, Konya control game. Like Yenyago. But Yenyago now, we sat in too deep. Now we about flat 5 back. And I'm going to follow bar never. Then the mistakes that we keep on doing, the game management because the gap in Fiifi. Because in the Suleiman any Elisa Coco Pressia, line no yeah about and I'm about the back 5. It's consistently there is space in there. You cannot do anything about it. We jump on them, so they are not seeing what's going on, or just the too much pressure in Jomo. Yeah, but it's no 3-4-3 years starting. And you see a goal of a town shaku play in half time in the film. Then at this side, Kingsley Shen now I say Razak Simpson, I will say really give your mesa. But usually, some about 3 back now. Who person wing backs ever be attack it? Send an air as a 1 point ever 4-3-3 company. Or no wing away. We wing back ever force to stay back. But because our wing backs could not do that job, now you have brought the boy to 5. And Angola for the pressing and we just say with a back five and consistently we had no option. And then Fiifi and I 2 DMs now I say no. I'm team cover ground and I'm only see near Konechi, near Sakraba, near Konechi. Then he says.
So go video carry and Saki coach.
And you're coaching Kwasem. Yes, I coach 5 times. Also, I coach you really. And your coach is sarcasm.
Maybe I appointed the right person.
So then, those who have been appointing, somebody chose to lose their job, and you want to be appointed. I don't want to be appointed. No. Will they allow you to appoint? Or they let you appoint? Whoever that's appointing, somebody else lose their job. People on the executive committee have been on the various committees. They appoint coaches.
So your match is a Ghana. Now about 5 matches. Now just 2 goals or 3 points.
Shambolic.
Come on.
-3.
So that's your baby. I didn't see a coach.
Hopefully Shambolic. You see, I just wish.
Me feel say I appointed the right coach.
Sometimes, as Nippon, you just need to accept that. You just have to let it go. No Germanico. I don't think so. Otto be judge man at all. When the guy judge to first time, all can to be. Do not even allow him to leave it there. But some results he keep on course. And then say the people that employed him took him in as a long-term manager. But on the permanent before that long term to save face. And then because before last night we knew that this would be our fate. You as Ghanaians wanted to hold on to the little glimmer of hope me want. Say no, you bet me na results be a favor kakra into the end change so. But if also keeps on playing this, which second half changes here. You 2 midfielders need to control game. Now Pedro Gonzalez, the bench. No, the 2 players are back. Pam, no master game, no master bench, no from Abalulu, no master game, no. We're still standing there. We have Francis Abu on the bench. We have Francis Amankwa from Norwich City, week in, week out, consistently. A good player on the ball, better on the ball than Elisha. Me, Shambolic, I say, you see, at some point in time, for some of us, let me worry because I want to come in because they make us too much. How was the Elisha in the middle of the park? One of the kids said, "You find your shit." Now, one is Sanko. Now, Asaba. Now, tell me, what is that?
It's because you play as it. I want to see self-confidence. Player no wajo ball na ono osabuta no questions to okura ball na it has over che and over say no.
You see, as
ball na here bon be as if there's nothing at stake.
You see, as some my can several times this confidence
anyhow coffee anyhow
Mijina de Lali at Yasiechi anyhow Babaya Sports Stadium and I share Angola for no ebo no ma Ghana for national ni jaw no nam and I'm saying that these guys are bullying us on our own turf.
I know I'm going Ghana. Yeah. Oje ba so didi agro. Obo beton. Because you know this one born no botel.
You see, that's the thing. And only here, we wait till the one is only one tell me. But me say in bo. But
I don't hear any be no.
Yes, because your results number for Martino. Although your club side now you're involved in the goes. You ba and yet it affects you psychologically. And coach sat on the bench. We can't make substitutions in the second half. And you see, second half nearby now, Angola for instance on the pressure to us. It was the right time to change the shape into a back 4. Because now you're back 5, no? Back 3 and back 5, no? Now you're too passive. You'll be able to work here. There was a ball from the left-hand side, right-hand side, the same side on them. They could not track their runners. Your players 5 good more, but you didn't track runners. You didn't track runners. To the extent that they were pointing, we were chasing the game so much so that they go for a 3 center backs to do, then we don't have anything to do. See, let me play the highlight for you and then look at goal near consider. You will be cheap
goal. Cheap goal.
You will be sad.
Around 10 page up on your defense, no. Your defense no mujina players nechi. And no baba share no players no mujina. I was like how?
Over Facebook.
Sunday defender.
Over Facebook, you will see what I'm talking
about. Very cheap goal near consider.
Now this is what I'm telling you. These are the 25th minutes. You can't share first goal. Around this time, if I tell you out of former prayer as we pray, it's not on team anymore. No about the genetic to try and help get your mensa because of quite on team. Now look at the number of players we have behind the ball. Can you consider penalty? No, Gideon Mensah, Fatawu Sakuni, Elisha, Suleiman, and your 3 center backs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players behind the ball. against Nipa, just 4 of them. Echado, because he AG Trinity, the ball gets into the box, then you concede penalty, even though we had enough numbers behind the ball. Because the body of Bonnet is very passive. I feel we are conceding penalty, even though we had enough numbers behind the ball. But for our friend Manaf, and will be in serious trouble even before the first half. No, and then we go on to the second half. And anyway, I want that to go exactly. Look, let us not rush it. Join me on Facebook. Now, the kind of number of Ghanaian players again behind the ball, and that's my own. You have enough numbers. First thing, only defensive coaches Edwin Koma. First thing, you have quantitative superiority. Numbers. And we are winning the numbers game here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have the numbers behind the ball. But intensity, attitude, reading of the game, being proactive and stepping out to make up danger. Everyone, you have first cross and you block Yaba. Then, because you have first cross and cross the bar, we are not quick to the first goal. Look at these 2 players. You are not quick to win the first one. You're crossing it down in 10. Ali Wiselu comes in and you're too late. The ball goes in and we are in trouble. Free header.
Players in the
you're in trouble. And then look.
How will we defend the ball?
We'll be behind this shoot. Because you defend this space, no? And you need to mediate and you have a great look at any 2 passing. And this is the timer. From the back 5, back 3 to a 4 back. So that you press from the top. How do you press this early? One could use a break. One Jordan a break. We could tell. Say Jordan, but one break. Kudus was not a good game for him. Or 2-1-2 just finish him. I mean, you still need game in terms of match fitness because what's at West Ham for a while. You can say you don't want to blame him. But then you could tell that we're lacking something up front in terms of press and counter press with anyone. We didn't do that. And then we sat down and I bought the baby to Can you imagine the kind of footballer and now your boy at Rwanda? And then when Osha Sanyama Wimina, Mimi dear, and yet just Nipa Bako, Osaki coach Kim, and Kwa Winyashi. It goes beyond just sacking of a coach. It takes maybe you do election, maybe after election, the government, whoever takes over as the next president, will make changes to some of these things. And we need to look at it. It has to be more holistic. And we'll be some say, then you bear me a queen in marriage. My cancer will happen. And my sense is again. It starts from we accepting. See ye jiatum. Say Ghana na ye chi obi ani ye sheno. Ni ye chi ni a sheno. Ye ni hobim. Enti esi e boy home modern more. Say first no. Na ye could not game more. Ye did just 20% in Sudan, any Burundi near the idea. This time, in any game, we need to do 80%, 100% to be able to beat Niger and Sudan. Because almost all team, they can play the game and they believe say, yeah, apart from implementing. And for even other people, which near a who cry say, only we come on in Pacono, we put on in the winner. Only we pointing in our. We catch them, we to see in our one year, or never sorry. Only we win, yeah. It's why we know this game and we saw it as another game. Let's see your down. And I think that we have been very, very devastating from the very top till down. I see in society. And in society, and you just lip service, you're very society. You can see when the next way from I see a proper change in attitude.
And if you meet him saying now, Angola coach Gongalves be catch the boys and say, look, this Ghana team, someone can't acquire more Ghana. Omunim born the ball. I'm going to be crying shady jet. Monchom so many born the bottle. And then clearly, me didn't catch some first half. But the second half, I'm Baba Heno. So I Angola players now. I'm a Jabona. A shady teams a Ghana player now, Obama. And I'm in a neighbor, me born the bottle. And a psychological. So being that psychological edge over you are always a bubble because any teams are women want them shell. And then at the Premier games and say, Ghana pan and then the boy against Angola fine. You want to from there. But Angola for no confidence no one to the sense omu ball no ball 10 times the ball that dan ho or pass ya no awurade nyame Ghana for the level about be do no and I'll say BB fan to be honest I'll say BB fan because maybe a Black Stars and economy say me my dream was is it not the same thing about World Cup qualifiers yeah but I didn't see about AFCON I say I feel the shambolic goalkeeping defense midfield attack
World Cup qualifiers teams been on your mabo
na say about Mali
exactly because Okakobo Mali no nation we say Mali who want denchen to be ma wo so but when we go and play these guys she team say Ghana there you meet me Sudan who told you who are you
okay
who is Ghana just because we do here Ghana GHANA say Sudan your mobos how go and ask
everything see Tiana the job say ya betina abo ze nija share on Monday we say Niger for no say nyame o madum no mutimi say na Angola ko che Sudan pe omo tira yezo mutimi qualify
so she wan na no apon na mo no ka mo fan chom no mo nhye se ne be se ne Kwadwo Anko
Angola for so mutimi ode
Kwadwo Anko
azo mo mini
Angola for mutimi ode Kwadwo Anko akosi ko mo mutimi ne de mo ma Niger nhye mo na Sudan so nkem
enya so crack ya be Niger
so ne Kwadwo Anko akosi ko
ya be se party do Kofi yenye draw no so ho yenye first for me some Ghana ye ra ho de ba